Hello everyone, my name is Ivi Salas and I will be the voiceover for today's video.
Hi everyone, my name is Kent Olandria and I'm the editor of this video.
Hello, I am Kleyben and Rada, the scriptwriter of this group.
First off, what is a computer? A computer is an electronic machine that collects information, stores it, processes it according to users' instructions, and then returns the results. A computer is a programmable electronic device that performs arithmetic and logical operations automatically using a set of instructions provided by the user. Computers are always evolving from time to time. The following is the evolution of computers from the first computer to the present. Let's get it on! The Abacus. The Chinese developed the abacus some 4,000 years ago. It consists of a wooden rack with metal rods on which beads have been strung. To do mathematical calculations, the abacus operator moves the beads in a certain pattern. It was invented in ancient times to help count large numbers. Next on the list, Napiers Bone. Napiers Bone is a manually driven calculator and was created by none other than John Napier. This calculator employed distinct ivory strips marked with numerals to multiply and divide numbers. Additionally, it was the first calculator to use decimal point system. The Leibniz calculator. A Leibniz wheel, also known as a step drum, is a cylinder that, when coupled with a counting wheel, has a series of increment lengths and is used as a calculation engine in a particular type of mechanical calculator. The Pascal Calculator. In 1642, another Pascal's mechanical calculator, also known as the Pascaline, was created by the French mathematician and philosopher Blaise Pascal. He rose to fame and prosperity. This gadget is also known as arithmetic. It was a box with 8 movable wheels. Each wheel contained 10 teeth, numbered from 0 to 9. They were dials on wheels that were fed into the number generator. This instrument, which can only be used to conduct addition and subtraction, emerged in 1642 and it was operated by hand. The next device is difference engine. Charles Babbage created yet another calculator in 1822. This one was called calculating devices. The disparity engine was a device created by British mathematician and inventor Charles Babbage to automatically calculate a sequence of mathematical values. Babbage never finished it and instead abandoned it in favor of a more sophisticated analytical engine. Considered one of the first mechanical computers, Babbage difference engine. Many of the ideas employed in computer design today are founded on this conflict, even though it was never resolved. Speaking of, Charles Babbage then creates the Analytical Engine in 1842, which is a different engine. It was driven by 6 enormous steam engines. Cards with punch holes were used as the input. This engine had mathematical capabilities. The first computer was also known as Charles Babbage's first engine. That is why Charles Babbage then considered himself to be the father of the computers. And in 1880s, the American figure Herman Hollerith opened the tabulating machine, also known as the tabulator. It was an electrical apparatus that utilized punch cards for data processing and storage. To calculate the population of the USA, a simple innovation was used. Herman Hollerith then founded his own business, which ultimately evolved into the International Business Machines, or IBM as we know it, as a result of his tabulator's enormous popularity and success. Howard Aiken and Grace Hopper then developed the Mark I in 1930s, a different calculator. It was extremely large, and it was considered the first electromechanical computer. It had 60 sets of 24 switches for manual data entry and could store 72 numbers, each 23 decimal digits long. It could do 3 addition or subtractions in a second. A multiplication took 6 seconds, and division took 15.3 seconds. And the logarithmic equation or trigonomic function took over 1 minute. How great was that? Next on the list, ENIAC. ENIAC, or the Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, was created by John Presper Eckert and John W. Mauchly and assembled in University of Pennsylvania in 1946. The operational properties of ENIAC, which the university referred to as the first general-purpose electronic computer, featured memory and arithmetic. And in 1981, IBM introduced their personal computer. Although IBM's PC wasn't the first, in which others had existed since 1970s, its model was extremely popular and, for many, set the bar for what a PC ought to be. Apple's Macintosh. In January 1984, a bow-tied Steve Jobs introduced the original Macintosh with his customary flamboyance. The Apple co-founder demonstrated a number of Macintosh's features, from its capacity to speak to a drawing program that could create complex graphics while Vangelis' Chariot of Fire was playing in the background. Followed by Microsoft launching Windows. In November 1985, Microsoft released Windows 1.0, the first operating system featuring graphical user interface. Millions of people throughout the world uses the most recent version of Windows up to now. Then the World Wide Web. Tim Berners-Lee, a British computer scientist, proposed a distributed information system to CERN in 1989. CERN is a European organization for nuclear research, which is located close to Geneva, Switzerland. The world's first website and server went live at CERN a year later. Next in line is the Sega Saturn and the Sony PlayStation. These systems were introduced in 1994, just a few weeks apart, which then set the standards for video gaming. Both gaming systems had a considerable impact and influence on home entertainment, even though the PlayStation had outlasted the Saturn through several incarnations, including the current PlayStation 4. On October 4, 2012, Facebook hit 1 billion users, as well as acquiring the image-sharing social networking application Instagram. Also, in 2012, the Raspberry Pi, a credit card-sized single-board computer, was released, weighing only 45 grams. Apple then released the Apple Watch, which included sensors for monitoring the environment and human health, as well as Apple iOS operating system. On the day of its release, around 1 million units were sold. In 2016, the first reprogrammable quantum computer was created. The innovation may usher in the much-awaited area of quantum computing, which, according to academics, would enable scientists to conduct intricate simulations and quickly find answers to challenging computations. Last but not least, Apple announces iPad OS. To better support the iPad, Apple creates its own operating system. The gadget as it starts to resemble a computer more and less like a mobile device. Indeed, computers have significantly altered the way society works and executes certain activities. But let's not forget that computers were only created by humans. Therefore, we shouldn't let technology rule our lives. That's all. Thank you.